Hey everyone, it's Lori Burdell, USTA Tennis, Florida, and Tennis Management. And today I'm going to talk about etiquette. And this is the first segment, and then I will go back and do the second segment, which would be sportsmanship. And I did touch base a little bit on that with my other tips. Okay, so, but for right now we're talking about etiquette. And I think we kind of like stayed away from the etiquette part of it, just due to the lack of social communication. Everyone tweets and Instagrams and texts, and they do everything but communicate and do the proper etiquette. Okay, so just put myself in the setting for etiquette, getting myself ready. On the court, off the court. I have my vintage rackets here along with this beauty, and it's from 1905, January 3rd, 1905, classic. Okay. So basically, bottom line is on-court basics for etiquette. Just to throw it out there, there's a lot of things that can be said, but the things that I've noticed while I was, helping run other facilities is what people don't do is they don't wait for the game to be over before they go to their court. Okay, this is just 101, basic 101. But if you don't know that and you're new to the sport, and you have a set time frame and you need to be on that court because you're going to get kicked off at a certain time, then you need to get on your court. So the correct thing to do is, one, go to the gate that has the entrance for your court. Know your court, okay? Do not go to the court entrance that's adjacent to your court. So for example, you're playing on court 2 or 3. All right. Well, court 2 and 3, or court 2 and say 1 and 2 have people playing on that court. Say, let's be a little more specific. You're playing on court 2. 1 has a match playing. You're trying to cut through the gate that goes on to court 1. Is that appropriate? Well, they're playing a point. Or they're not even done with the point. You're assuming like you're playing on that court and you cut across while they're in the middle of a point. Now, you're saying that's ridiculous. People don't do that. Well, they do. Some people do, and then most people do not. But the ones who are very anxious and want to get out there and start hitting the balls, they do, and they just don't know better. So I'm here to try to reel people back in and get them to go back to the basics of tennis the way it was supposed to be, the way it is and should be, okay? So bottom line is, go around to the gate that actually you're supposed to enter and go on there. Well, the reason why a lot of people go and cut through is because it's a shortcut, I'm like, you need those extra steps. You need to go around. That could be like your little warm-up, jogging to your gate, okay, and getting to the appropriate court. And wait, if there's people on that court, wait until they're finished playing, wait till it's the correct time. Do not go on their court at 5 minutes till and they're still playing a match, all right? Or try to sneak down the fence area and where the covered pavement is, and then go on there and start stretching and putting your stuff down next to their court. Okay, so enough said with that. If plenty of courts are available though, one more thing, go to the clubhouse, find out if you can play on another court. All right, that's it. Okay. Also, good things to do before your court is to stretch outside of the court. All right. Try not to talk really loud outside when people are actually playing official matches, USTA matches. You get ladies league matches. They're not USTA, some of them, but you still want to abide by the USTA guidelines. So turn your cell phone ringers off for those who are actually playing as well. Make sure you get there on time before. Make sure the etiquette is also, because your set, ladies and men who have league matches, you have a set time to play your match. So get to your match, okay? Get there on time, pay your court fees, do what you need to do. Get ready before, try to go to the restroom beforehand. Warm up accordingly, 5 to 10 minutes max, okay? And then immediately start to play, okay? That's the key. A lot of people don't do that. They take their time, then they warm up, and then they go, oh, I have to go to the restroom. But, bottom line is, take care of business beforehand. You're playing, say, and you're one of those that has to have all 3 balls with you, okay? You have to have 2 in your pocket, and you're getting ready to serve, and you're playing, and one of the balls pops out. What do you do in that situation? Because it could be a hazard. Who calls the let? All right. Does your partner call the let? Do you call the let? How about your opponents? Technically, if you stop point, that's your opponent's point. Okay, so anything that falls out of your pocket or your hat falls off, okay, or a rosin bag or whatever it is, okay, you have to continue to play. Let your opponent call the let, okay? Has everyone got that clear? All right, so the next one is who makes the call, all right? You're playing and you say you're playing doubles or even if singles, what have you, you hit the ball and your opponent calls it out. Fine, it could be out. So if you don't think it's out, then you just question them nicely and they say, yeah, I was out. Courts are gonna circle if it's on clay, or if it's on hard court, they still go like this. Now, if it's on your side and you're playing and the ball's closest and nearer to you down the line, okay, you're closer to the ball, obviously. Your partner is cross court from you on the same side. So say they're on the backhand side, you're playing forehand. The ball lands on your side and then outside of the alley. Your partner calls the ball. Now, is that appropriate? Okay, even though, say it's like blatantly out, okay? If it's blatantly out, then yes, they call it, okay? But since you're the closest to the down the line, then you should call it. Now, you could be one of those that doesn't voice, the call. You could be the one that says, goes like this, you're not confrontational, you're not blatantly calling it out. Some people take offense to that, is that proper etiquette? This, when I was younger, playing back in the day, is what we did. This and this, okay? So we didn't scream the ball in or out. We just turned, we looked to see what they did, and if they went like this, then we knew. It got more and more boisterous, I guess, as it got 80s, 90s, everyone got more and more rambunctious, screaming out, and then running to the boom, circling the point, circling the area, like, hey, that's not, 1, good sportsmanship, and 2, that's not good etiquette. So, again, the topic of avoiding confrontations, accept the line call, and move on, okay? Just get your head back in the game, because you really wanted to win that point, and everyone knows that everyone wants to win the point. I said, but try not to play low percentage ball. You know, if you're getting really upset, then you play the high percentage, which will be my next topic, hitting at least a foot inside. Give yourself a margin of error. The server, please say the score before you serve the ball. Every single time. No one does it. Or if they do, they say it to themselves, or they'll say it low so no one can hear it. But if you're embarrassed and you don't know what the score is, then ask. It's better to get in a discussion prior to the point of what the score is until after another point has been made. And that way, everyone's on the same page. Okay? Makes it so much easier. So don't be embarrassed if you don't know the score, because I think the majority of the people don't know. All right? So that's a biggie. Please say the score first before you serve. Okay? And always have 2 balls ready for it, you know, in your hand, or one in your skirt, or in your shorts. Okay? Things to say appropriately and what not to say appropriately. Well, I'm not going to go into what not to say, but what to say is great shot. You're so excited. You won the point. That was a tough one. Say it's going back and forth like 30 times, and your partner finally gets in there. She's been trying so hard to help you out, and she puts the ball away, and you guys are just ecstatic. High five, good, or tap the racket nowadays. Looks like it's going to be what we're going to be doing, okay? But it's really important to keep yourself pumped. Now, try not to be overly zealous about what to do. No fist pumping and looking at your opponent's face and, you know, just being obnoxious. That's not cool. You don't want to do that. That's not good sportsmanship, and that's not good etiquette, okay? Changing the score, if there are scorecards, okay, that are set on each court, it is great, to be honest, for the people who are watching and for yourself, you and your team. One, to know what color are we going to be using in the beginning. Are we using the red? Are we using the black? Are we using the green? Which one are we? And if you do change it, it does swivel. So please turn it when you do the changeover, okay? So keep that up. I know at first everyone, you know, does it. Then you get into the match more and more, and you don't do it anymore, okay? And change the set. Who won the set, okay? So flip it around, keep it up to date. Because you don't want to get into a conversation with your teammates who are relying and need that. They need your match to win, you know, the national competition or sectionals or what have you. All right, so, which leads to another point. Please do not add any additional tension or pressure on your teammates, especially if they're playing a tight match. Because then it makes them tighter if you're saying, we need your match in order to win the whole thing, the whole tournament. So it makes it tough. It makes it harder on them. They might be playing like short arm T-Rex because they're so nervous and their strokes get shorter and shorter. So in order to keep them relaxed, you just want to encourage them and keep them, up and motivational. Cheer, yay, in between points, okay, not during, okay. When you're on your bench and you're sharing with 4 other people, people that are playing on you and your partner and your opponents, and 4 more people. Now these bags are gigantic, okay? It would be nice if everyone had some kind of a clip, to clip it up, so you're not putting your bag, on the ground or on the bench, so you can share it and share that space. Be courteous, okay? Have, some etiquette and sportsmanship so you all can, not sit and complain, go, hey, do you mind, can you move your bag, So it is important to share the common ground, make sure that, you do have a clip or something. I put mine on the ground, it doesn't matter to me. I like to have my space. So if my space is to be away and off to the side, if it's in the shade or in the sun, so be it. Let's be safe out there. Let's be cordial. Let's go back to the basics with etiquette and sportsmanship. Let's go back to talking and communicating on the court. Say great shot, nice try, no worries. If you need help with scoring, say your partner doesn't know the score and you now relay it over to the opposing team, then you open it up to them. Then they agree to the score before you serve the point. That's awesome, okay? So I appreciate you sitting here with me with my fireplace and my vintage rackets and metal can tennis balls and my reading books. And when we're able to get back out there and play, just think of the basics and the etiquette. And I think people nowadays will really appreciate going back out and enjoying the game the way it was meant to be played. Thank you.